My guest is Belinda. Belinda, why are you here?
I'm here today, Steve, because a year ago in July, my daughter had told me that her biological father molested her.
Your daughter came to you and said, Mom, Dad molested me.
Yeah.
And what did you do?
I was stunned. I had her tell me again.
Were you
and then
still
I went
with were you still with this man at this time?
No, I had
you had split up.
Yeah, we had been split up for quite some time. And immediately we went to the doctors and, you know, confirmed everything. And
so a doctor gave you confirmation that your daughter was physically, sexually molested.
Yes.
How old was your daughter at the time?
She was 3.5.
3.5 years old.
And he told me that it had happened and it was consistent with digital penetration being done by a grown man's finger.
So was your ex arrested?
He was not. We were taken to the police station and they told him, look, these are the charges. It was going to be aggravated incest. They kept dragging their feet. Nothing was done about it. We were 5 months into it. And they had just kind of pushed it back to the side.
Now, from what I was told, and I could be wrong, maybe this came out wrong, but that you dropped the charges.
I did. In the end, I dropped the charges, as crazy as that may sound.
Okay, you got to explain to me why you would do that.
Because my daughter never stopped asking about her father. And I never could justify that this was real.
What do you mean you couldn't justify? You went to a doctor, you know.
I went to a doctor. I had over half the proof I need, you know, because he won't admit it. And nobody was doing nothing about it.
Nobody was doing nothing?
Nothing.
The police were just sitting around drinking coffee, what?
He was taken for a lie detector test, and that is the only thing they did with him.
And did he fail it? Did he pass it?
It came up inconclusive.
It came up inconclusive. You got a letter from the state that you live in saying that they were opening an investigation into this.
Yes, because of the age of the child.
Right, and because that there was evidence that your daughter was sexually molested. This was in August, you dropped the charges in November.
Yes.
So what, a couple months go by and you're tired of the case?
I can only tell you why
you let the guy off. You moved them back into your house.
Yes.
Okay. Why are we sitting down having this conversation? So, again, you let him move into your house?
Yes.
Okay. Why? Did you ever confront him and say, did you do this?
I have.
And what did he say?
He says no.
Okay. And then, again, I go back to why didn't you let the police do their investigation and find out if this actually happened?
The authorities or nobody was worried about it.
The authorities couldn't worry about it because you dropped the charges. We got an affidavit saying... Here's the affidavit that you signed saying, no, I don't even want it looked into. I want it dropped. Wouldn't you go back and correct the situation and say, you know what, I want this case reopened?
And I have thought about it. If I wish there is a way. No, I wish there was a way. Like if it comes out that he fails this, you know, I have to find out.
You took a lie detector test before the show.
Yes, I have.
And if he fails his lie detector test, what will happen?
He's leaving my house. He's going back home by himself.
He's leaving your house.
And the visitations right now, they are strictly up to me because he cannot be around her without my presence.
Do you still have feelings for this? What's his name?
Scott.
Scott, do you have feelings for him?
No.
You don't have feelings for him?
I have no feelings like...
Do you love him?
No.
But you let him move back into the house?
I let him and his fiancée move in.
You let him and his fiancée move back in the house?
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
Again, they were about to lose their place.
What the hell do you care? You know what? He could have had a nice place to live if he kept the charges going. Scott's the father of your daughter that you say molested your daughter?
Yes.
Let's bring him out.
You know, You know I didn't do this.
First off, do not stand here and
I
get
wanna
him.
tell
No,
you
because
something.
look, I
You
have the
dropped the
doctor.
charges
I dropped the
because
charges, but I have
you
the
knew
reports.
I didn't do it.
Then who did? My daughter.
That's what
Why
we
is
need
she
to
lying?
find
No,
out.
it's not we. It's what I need to find out.
Well, that's fine if that's what you want to do, but I'm going to tell you
Why
right
would
now,
she
Belinda,
lie to me
in
about
my
this?
heart,
Why
I know
can't
I
you
didn't
admit
do
this
it.
to me?
And you know in your heart
No,
that
if
you
I did,
didn't.
I wouldn't be here. Clearly, the facts are not where they need to be.
That might be true. As
Why
long
would
as
she
we were
lie? How
together
could
for
she
9
make that
years,
up in
Belinda,
detail? Yeah, why
all the
would you
stuff
do
that
it?
all the stuff we went through, all the stuff that has gone through, that little girl's gone through more hurt.
She's had an awful lot of hurt for somebody that never hurt nobody.
That's
so why
right.
can't you just tell me today, beyond the shadow of a doubt, I did it or I didn't do it? Why
I
would she
didn't do
lie
it.
to me?
I didn't do it.
Why?
Belinda. Somebody else has coerced her to say that, or
No, no.
somebody else
You cannot.
has
A
done
little
it.
3.5-year-old could not make this up in such detail.
You turn around and move me back in. Because that little girl wants me to turn around and color with her. That little girl wants me
I have helped you. I have
to
moved you
go
back
to
in
the
my
park.
house throughout all this. And look, you still cannot stand here and tell me you're 100% innocent.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I
no,
can.
you can't.
The only thing that showed
that's the argument again. He's saying, he goes, I didn't do it.
It's been that way from day one.
And you keep saying, you can't prove to me 100%. Well, my thing is, then why did you move him back in the house?
The reason she moved me back in the house, Steve,
I'm going to ask you, Scott. You were with this woman?
9.5 years.
9.5 years. You have a little baby daughter.
Yes.
And you love her.
More than you'll ever know, Steve.
More than I'll ever know. And you're saying that you would never hurt your little girl.
No.
And you're saying that you never, ever did anything wrong to her sexually.
No, sir.
Why would a little 3.5-year-old girl say this?
I don't
Come
know,
out and say
Steve.
it.
That's why I'm here.
And I mean, you believe that she took her to the doctor and the doctor said, hey, something happened to your little girl.
Yes.
Okay, so you believe something happened to her.
Yes.
She's saying, she points the finger at you saying, our little girl said, it was you. Said Dad, right?
She is the one that has implicated him from the beginning.
Okay.
Not
But
me.
the
I
day
just
that
stood
she
her-
turned around and decided to drop the charges and
why
turn
did she-
around
why
and
did she
let me
ever- why
see
did she-
my
right.
daughter
Why
in
did she tell you-
Walmart's parking
why did she
lot,
say that?
She ran out of the car, got in my truck, and jumped into my arms, Steve, after what, 4 months, Belinda?
I've never denied that. I said she always
I'm asking
asked.
you, when
she
you had that
always
conversation, here you're being charged, you're facing
99 years.
facing 99 years in jail. And all of a sudden, the person says, I'm dropping them. Did you ever ask her, hey, why'd you drop the charges?
Yeah, I have.
And what did she say?
What did you tell me, Belinda?
The fact that my daughter, had never stopped asking. In the hospital, she says, Mommy, I know that he hurt me, but I still love him.
I never heard her say that.
You weren't at the hospital,
A
not what I'm
dumbass.
three-year-old's
talking
talking
about.
like that? A
That's not what I'm
three-year-old's
talking
talking like that?
Okay, what?
Wait, I'm sorry. I had children that were 3, and I don't remember them talking like that, like they were adults.
Have you gone and talked to her?
Can you relate to this story? Go to www.stevewilkos.com to get my help. Belinda, you took a lie detector test. Have you ever touched your daughter in an inappropriate manner for your own sexual gratification? You answered no. Did you coach your daughter to say that Scott molested her? She answered no. And the results for your lie detector test is that Belinda told the truth.
Thank you. So then, Steve,
It's your little girl. She came on the show because you wanted the truth.
yes,
All right, and you wanted your ex to take a lie detector test.
yes.
And he came on the show and he took a lie detector test. And he was asked, have you ever sexually molested your daughter? Scott answered no. Have you ever sexually molested your daughter on more than one occasion? He answered no. And the results for Scott's lie detector test is that he did not tell the truth.
Are you
I didn't touch.
These results don't lie.
I'm telling you.
No,
I did not.
Scott,
The other ones come back inconclusive.
When these you just flat out
Scott.
failed them, right?
That paper might say that I failed, but I'm telling you right now, in my heart, I know I
They
didn't
lie,
touch
right?
my daughter.
They lie just like I was lying
I know
and
in
my
my
daughter
heart that I
was
didn't touch
lying.
her.
Right?
You know deep in your heart that I didn't touch her.
And I
Belinda.
know beyond the shadow of a doubt these test results don't lie. And neither does my daughter. And look.
Okay, that's fine. You believe what you want.
He
If you
just
want to
So
stood here.
the facts are that your daughter went to her and said, Daddy molested me. The facts are that your daughter was taken to a doctor, was physically examined, and said, yes, she was sexually molested.
that might be true, Steve.
You know what you did, right? You
Yeah, I know
you
what I
did.
did in
You
my
know what
heart.
you did in your heart.
That's
your
right.
heart. That little dark place inside there. You know what you did.
It's not dark.
Okay. Just even the way you answered that question when the results were read, the way you said it, it creeped me out. You did something. I don't know exactly what you did, but you did something. And you, scumbag, can get off my stage. I want to know from you now. What are you going to do?
They are getting out of my house. You have just confirmed all of my fears. But you have given me closure and my daughter justice.
You know what? It's nice for you to say that. It really is nice for you to say that. But you know what? You should have done the right thing the first time. You could have gave your daughter justice. Your little daughter could have looked at you and said, thank you, Mom. You could have kept following the investigation, let the investigation keep going on. You moved the guy back into your house. These are mistakes that you're going to have to live with
The rest of my life.
for the rest of your life. I hope, moving forward, that you do make the right decisions by your daughter. That if your daughter comes to you and says, somebody did something bad to me, that you let it go all the way through, that you carry it out till the end, no matter how hard it is. You protect your children to the very end. Good luck to you.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's going to watch this and say, you know what? She was brave enough to do that. I can do that too.